Hey traders, it's the beginning of another week. My name is Shegun Chat 247. I train traders how to trade in harmony with the market. Today we're looking at the pound US dollar. As you can see, last week we made an attempt to buy on Tuesday and Wednesday. It's giving us short buys, but after every short buy, they keep selling the market. And eventually, we had this breakdown on Friday, which was followed through yesterday. So we don't need to look at everything that has happened. Okay, we want to pick a segment. All right, and this is the last major structure. So from here, so we can use this line here just to identify that point there. And also I like to use an horizontal line, then label it the structure. So what I want to do here is very important. If you do this all the time, you're probably going to hit most of your trades correctly, and you will have the opportunity to capture a a chunk, a big chunk of the swing. So the wave structure is broken down into 5 waves. So a major swing will be broken down into multiple waves. So I like to use different tools, but the one that we're using today, we're just using the the one uh change of character. Basically, we're not using 3 bar, we're using 1 bar that just stands out when there's a change. So that is denoted by the red and blue arrows. So we can see here there's a change here. Price came down below previous lows. So we can say this is wave structure 1, 0. That's the starting point, is always the 0 and 1. Then obviously price came above this here, which gave us a break above the blue. That gave us 2. The 3 is the confirmation of a downtrend because price came down. Then we have a break of the blue again, that is 4, and this is 5. So this is a downtrend, the series of lower lows and lower highs. So how do you trade a market like this? Obviously, the textbooks and everything we've read tells you the trend is your friend, always trade in the direction of the trend. Don't get me wrong, that can be right, but you need to understand the market is actually the banks that are moving the market. They buy and sell, they don't care about the trend. If they are moving the price up very fast, there's a reason they are doing that. And if they are moving it down and continuously they're moving it down or persistently moving it down, there's a reason for doing that. We don't need to know those reasons. However, there are tools that has been developed. There are tools that many people that have walked this path that we're walking on, I mean traders, they've developed some things, or they've discovered some things, and I'm going to share the power of Fibonacci for you today. Okay, for me, I'm looking at this, and as an ordinary trader, you can see this is a downtrend. We're looking for a pullback here so that we can sell again for price to continue. But that is not the case from my analysis. Okay. In this wave structure here, we have 3 waves down, which is 5 waves when we count the pullback. We want to capture an information. The last swing, so from 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, is always an informational swing. So the way I trade this, I've explained this multiple places, but I'm going to explain it again. So what I'm going to do is this: I'm going to place the Fibonacci here, and I'll place it from the high of 2 to the low of 3. And if the price stopped at the minus 61.8, then there will be a strong change in trend. And look at where the price stopped. It did not pause at the 23.6. It came all the way down to minus 61.8. And now we've seen the first move. Okay, so that is the clue. So we know buying, sorry, we know now that buying is allowed. Okay, Didn't realize my caps lock was on. Then buying is allowed. Let's give it one more. Okay, so we need an evidence. Okay, you may not capture this like yesterday. y- It happened. Maybe you are not too sure, but eventually you understood what was going on. The trend will not travel in a straight line. Every pullback, as you can see here, was coming down. Is giving you pullback, and this is what we are seeing now. So we need to time ourselves in again. So we know the Fibonacci is telling us we can buy this thing. Let's delete this one. Now let's look at this one from a different angle. So in that case, I can change this time frame to, let's use 15 minutes chart. So now that we have an idea of what we want to do, we want to be a buyer, even though the trend has been coming down. So now we do the same thing. Use the same tool. Okay, what gets you in, get you out, and get you in again. We use the Fibonacci. We drop from the low to the high, and we are looking to capture the trade in the buy zone, which is this red zone here. Let me remove this one here. Once the price come in here, you want to use different things, but for me, immediately we use 3 bar. It's very simple. Low of the day, lower low, higher low candle. That's good enough. Below here, we have a stop loss at the just 61.8. It may come back there. It doesn't really matter, but it may not come back there. Trading is all about taking high probability trades. Don't look at the money. You can, as long as you can afford that amount, you quantify it in money terms. You look at the stop loss and you say to yourself, "Oh, this stop loss is 20 pips. Okay, I'm only willing to lose or risk $20 or £20. Then that means you can only take one lot, one pound per pip or $1 per pip, and that's the trade there. Okay, it came back, the price went up, and it came back into the buy zone of the Fibonacci, and the rest is history. Remember, this trade has been picked on the 1 hour chart. We now have on this 5 minute chart, we on the 15 minute chart, we can see the structures very clear. The last two structures that we have, which one is this? This is one, and this is one. Okay, if price managed to break above this one and stop here, we may see a stronger pullback. But for us right now, our target will have to be the second structure here, because that will be a participation move. And after a participation, there's always consolidation, or this accumulation, or whatever people call it, is the same thing, a time of pause. Okay, and that is what we're looking at today, Tuesday, the 23rd of April 2024. My name is Shogun Chatu 47. I wish you a successful trading week.